time comes when silence is betrayal. That time has come for us, even when pressed by the demands of inner truth.
It's a terrible thing to see, the kind of trouble that makes neighbors bitter enemies. Surely there must be some other and better way of settling these disputes.
My brother, as I love myself.
Do you believe in a scenario in which protests by the Tea Party and Occupy protesters could be combated by the National Guard, much like the anti-war protests of the 1970s?
I can see it happening on both sides. I mean, you know, from the one end, you can say that Occupy people are disrupting business, which they are. Granted, they are interfering with people's jobs, people's daily lives. So I can see that they could be run by National Guard. By the same note, you could have armed uprising by Tea Party members, and National Guard needs to step in for either scenario.
I would like to express my outrage and my disappointment at the Oakland, California Police Department, who reacted with brutality to those peacefully protesting.
And they were shooting them at people.
Now it remains to be seen how November 2nd in downtown Oakland will be.
What is your view on the Tea Party movement and their protest tactics?
Well, I think the Tea Party is a legitimate organization, and the great thing about this country is we have a right to assemble. So whether you're a moderate, a conservative, or a liberal, you can assemble.
People! Power to the people!
But if we do not repent, will we not be judged? Have we already not been warned? 9/11!
It's part of what was built into the rights of this country. So I fully support their right to assemble and do whatever they want. I don't always agree with everything they do, but they're doing what people have done from the beginning of this country's history. They're getting out and speaking their mind. That's how this country was born. They're protesting, the Tea Party is. This country was born in protest.
Do you believe that commentators such as Bill Maher calling Tea Party members teabaggers causes more aggressive protests and increases polarization to the political climate?
I don't think it helps. What's best is if we can sit around the table and have a talk.
Tonight, I'm going to put on my teabagger hat.
On the Tea Party's website, they state that the mainstream media has been long compromised. Do you believe this type of tactic misleads the general public?
There are different kinds of media. CNN, for example, is fairly middle of the road. Fox is fairly conservative. MSNBC is fairly liberal. So I don't necessarily agree with that comment. There's something for everyone in the media. The mainstream media. What even is it anymore? Is it a newspaper? Is it a magazine? Is it television? Is it the internet? So you can get any opinion you want at any of a number of sources.
Unfortunately, the progressives killed the free press.
It's really about the liberal bias in the Hollywood industry. I went and spoke to the biggest creators in TV over the last 50 years and had them admit to me on tape that, yes, they bias their programming in a liberal direction. Yes, they definitely discriminate against conservatives in Hollywood. And if you're a conservative in Hollywood, you just won't get work.
Elmo and Big, how is Elmo liberal?
I like that too. I think we can all get along.
Yeah.
I really do.
I like the dark and I think to myself,